Well, vertical stacker here. Just taking a walk on the wild side in the mountains of southern Idaho. And I don't know if this is going to transmit very well or not, but hey, how's it going? Bunny's on Strike X. Good to see you. I'm just taking a little walk here on the wild side in an area called Garden Valley, just north of Boise, Idaho, about an hour. But it beats sitting at my desk. That's for sure. Hey, Silver Stealer, what's going on? Bunny's on Strike X, wisdom teeth cutting through. That's no fun. Oh my goodness. Hey, Jonathan Reese, good to see you. Good to see you, Silver Stealer. I'm just taking a little walk up in the mountains because I'm tired of sitting at my desk, twiddling my thumbs, looking at gold and silver prices. What's going on in everybody's world? Yeah, it's a pretty nice view up here. I don't know what the elevation is. I think it's about 5,500 feet perhaps. This is a nice little 2-track. And this goes all the way to the top of a place called Garden Mountain, I believe. Jonathan Reese, you had snow yesterday, and now it's 65. Well, how much snow did you get? Is it going to stick around? Aunt Orta, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to stick, I bet. Silver Skeleton Key, thanks, appreciate you stopping in to say hello. I'm just trying to enjoy the views here while I get out of my office. Still snow in those mountains up there. I don't know how good of a connection I have, but Silver Skeleton Key, yeah, it's a pretty decent view. I can't complain. Silver Stealer, what do you got going on with your trailer? Oh, good. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Glad to know the connection's okay. The haunted woods. I hope not. I hope the woods are not haunted. But there's a little elk action up here. Some snow. I've been to the top of this road. It actually dead ends after about another mile or so. But like I say, it sure beats sitting at the office twiddling my thumbs, tell you what. My phone has been pretty quiet for the last 3 weeks, which is completely foreign to me. I've been in business for about 20 years myself. I've never had the phone not ring for this long. Pretty interesting what this whole situation has done. There's some pretty nice views. So it looks like gold and silver are staying relatively stable. I haven't seen a lot of movement today. Has anybody got any pickups today? Able to find any good deals anywhere? I should have brought some gold and silver up here with me. Had a gold and silver picnic. Probably a little more exciting than just watching me walk up a road. But there's the middle fork of the Payette River, right down there in the middle of the screen. And the community you see down there is a community called Garden Valley. Interesting community. Pretty small. And fortunately, I've got really good cell connection up here, which is pretty cool. But you know, it's normally tax day today, right? April 15th. So I am celebrating not paying taxes today. I normally have to write a check, and it doesn't make me very excited, but you know, I guess a good problem to have. But it's always a bit of a painful day, but fortunately the government extended the deadline till I think July 15th. So I'm fine with that. Let me keep my money a little bit longer. I still pay the estimated taxes every quarter, which is a bummer as well. But, you know, if you're paying taxes, I guess it means you're earning a living. So with the bad comes the good. Can't have everything. I took a walk up here earlier just to check it out. There's a pretty big snowdrift up here. I have my four-wheeler with me, but I just didn't want to ride it all the way up here. I wanted to get a little exercise. So here's the snowdrift I'm not going to be able to get past on my four-wheeler. Pretty deep. That's about 3.5 feet right there. And the road takes a pretty good angle right there. And I'm afraid I would take a heck of a tumble. And it goes down pretty steep. About 2 years ago, a guy was up here on a four-wheeler, and I happened to be up here, and he went over the edge. I didn't hear it, but as I came back down the trail, he suddenly walked out in front of me, scared the bejeebers out of me, and he said, "Hey, can you give me a ride to my truck? I just dumped my four-wheeler over the side." And it went over the side, and it just went down and down. I couldn't even see it. I could see where it went over. But he was drunk, not real smart. So I didn't give him a ride. I said, "No, you just wait here and I'll send someone to come up and get you, but you're not getting on my four-wheeler." Because I didn't, trust his ability to exercise any judgment whatsoever as far as leaning a certain way, things like that when you're riding on steep terrain. So I went down and got down to the bottom. There was a truck there, and there was a woman in the truck, and she was all bloody. And I thought, uh-oh. Well, turns out she was on the four-wheeler with him, and she was in bad shape. So I ended up calling 911, and it was about 10 o'clock at night, and they sent the posse and came up and carted this guy off the hill. He was in bad shape too. He just didn't know it because he was so drunk. But he had some back fractures and things like that. So rough learning lesson though. So where are you folks at today? Anybody working? Or are you just at home checking things out? Filtering your gold and silver, your copper. Anybody collect brass? I bet you're all waiting for something to jump out and just attack me. Wouldn't that be something? A big old bear comes along the trail and you guys get to see me get attacked live on YouTube. Wouldn't that be crazy? Holy cow. It would be the only video I'd ever have that would go viral, right? Vertical stacker mauled by a bear on a nature hike. Some of you might be writing things. I'm not getting any messages on the feed, so I'm not ignoring you. If you're popping in and out, it's not giving me any notifications whatsoever. So again, it did at first. I saw Jonathan Reese and Ant Orta, Silver Steeler, a couple other folks, but it's not giving me any names, or maybe it's because nobody's there and I'm just talking to myself. That's entirely possible. I'll just go back down around the corner here and then I'll bump off of this thing. I just want to come on and say hello. It was raining like crazy when I came up this morning, so I just stayed in my vehicle and waited till it got done raining. Then once it finished raining, I unloaded and drove the four-wheeler up this trail a little bit and then got off and started walking. So anyway, a vertical stacker here, just enjoying this great state of Idaho. Our governor supposedly at 11 o'clock issued another executive order regarding isolating. I don't know what it is yet because I've been up here isolating and I'm okay with that. So once they get back to town, I'll take a look at it, go from there. Anyway, appreciate you folks popping in. Sorry I couldn't interact a whole lot. Like I said, I'm not seeing the chat at all. And it may be because nobody's talking, or it might be just a snafu with the connection. But I'm gonna get here to the end of the road and then I'll pop off. I appreciate those that stopped in. I'll check it out when I get back to town, and I'm sure that was weird. My phone just rang and it kicked me off of YouTube. So I think I'm back. I like this section right here. It's kind of enclosed. It's fun to camp here, right here in this corner. Pretty isolated. But yeah, we've pitched tents right there before, right on that flat spot. And pretty sheltered from the elements and things, other than the wind. The wind will get you. So anywho, my wife just bumped in and called, so I probably ought to jump off and give her a call back. So thanks for stopping in, you guys. I'll be in touch soon. Vertical stacker. Till next time.